Hi, I've been asked to address some very specific questions that confront leaders of technology startups. And the first of those has been, what has been our funding strategy and what funding strategies are out there? I think the first very important thing to say is that whoever you're talking to, you need to set the right expectations. There are no rapid returns in this industry. Innovation in the water sector does take time. It's important that you have the right expectations and then you set the right expectations, particularly of investors. Otherwise, that's going to lead to frustration and disappointment. So patience is definitely a virtue in the water industry. We got on board long-term investors. We didn't go after SBIR money or Water Research Foundation money, those types of things, partly because they're quite hard work, to be honest, with no certain return. The criteria for selecting one type of technology versus another seemed to us somewhat arbitrary. As I say, we engaged with some great investors who've been with us for 10 years and have been incredibly supportive. The question of dark hours and how you get through them. Well, yes, there have been dark hours. I wouldn't say that that serious. The important thing is to take all of these events as learning opportunities and think about them. And I'm aware of companies that have carried on fighting away when the dark hours should have told them that in fact it was time to not put the lights on, put the lights out and walk away. And their investors eventually did, but sometime after the signals were already there. So dark hours may be sending a message. Look at it, think about it. Does your business need to pivot? Do you really have something that's going to make it? In terms of entering the mining market, what I would say is that it's fairly concentrated. It's very demanding, and it is all the major technology vendors are all over this segment. They may not have the best technology offering, but they're there. And what we have found is that the best relationships that we've built with the mining sector have actually come through the leading engineering companies. The ACOMs of this world, the USBRs, Corolos, Black and Beach, those types of engineers. And they're looking for innovative solutions to take to their clients, because their clients have got problems and are looking for innovative solutions. The fact is, the big vendors don't have them. But it's very difficult for a startup to actually get to the key decision makers in those mining companies. It's virtually impossible, I found. However, we have worked closely with the engineering companies, and they have been the people with whom we've aligned ourselves and found now that we have a pretty significant footprint in the mining industry with technologies that are having a meaningful impact. Ultimately, those big vendors may become channel partners, but you've got to do the initial digging yourself, and better to dig with one of the major engineering groups and try and do it yourself. I think that there's an idea that you can wave a magic wand and it's all going to happen. Building a business, and most businesses, is a brick by brick process. I can't say we had any significant breakthroughs. We've just been annoyingly and incredibly persistent, backed by a very, very strong belief in that what we have is original. And you've got to have that same sort of attitude. As I said at the beginning, you've got to be realistic as well. Sales cycles can be terrible. The sales orders get cancelled, projects get delayed. A whole bunch of reasons that can go wrong, going back to also the sort of the black hours, the or darkest hours. Just stay with it. And if you've got a product that will work and can bring real demonstrative benefits to clients in the mining sector, you will win through. But it's going to take time. And underneath it all, you've just got to keep chipping away at it. And so a final few words of advice. There's no magic wand. You've got to do a lot of things well. You need a degree of luck. You've got to be persistent. But the key to it all, and I've led a number of technology startups, is that you need to build and have alongside you a good team. Ultimately, you can't do it all on your own, and you're going to only be as good as the people around you and your skill in leading them. And I've been incredibly lucky to have been able to work with a very diverse group of people, both in terms of skill sets, where they come from, perspectives and everything. It's been a joy leading them, and we wouldn't have got to where we've got without this team. So that, at the end of it all, is the most important piece. They'll carry you, you'll carry them, they'll carry each other. So if any of that's of interest and you want to explore any of that further, please don't hesitate to get in touch. I'm only too happy to share my experience. Others have done the same for me, and I'd like to play it back. Thank you.